Hey, I hope you've been watching my videos. The one we're going to do now is all about scripts. You'll see me go over the scripts when a seller says yes, they'll either lease purchase, owner finance, or give you the house for what they owe on it. You'll see all you've got to do is pick up scripts and read them, then make the appointment. They've even got a script for that. So let's get into this right now and you'll see how easy it is to have the seller make you an offer. On page 56, it says at the top of the page, script to call back a FSBO with a yes on will you sell for what you owe. Does that kind of make it pretty easy to figure out what script to use?
Yes.
If it says yes on will you sell for what you owe. So let's take a look at that script right now. Note the spaces mean pause. You're calling them back. Hi, Amy. This is Ron LeGrand calling you back about the home you discussed with my assistant yesterday. You got a minute? I always like to ask them for permission to talk instead of assuming that I've got it. Because every once in a while they say, no, I can't talk right now. And if you try to carry your own conversation, you don't have their attention, you're doing more harm than good. Okay. Well, I got all the facts here, and you've indicated you'd sell the house for what you owe on it. Is that correct? Yes. All right. Now it's time to determine whether you want to go see it or not. Okay. Well, I can come see the house and likely buy it and close as soon as you're ready and pay the closing cost. But the only way for me to do so is to take over your debt. Now, that means I'll buy your house and make the payments when you and I agree to. I'll start, but the loan will stay in your name until sometime in the future when I get it cashed out. Will that be a problem for you, Amy? If Amy says no, that's not a problem, what's it say to do next? Go to the appointment script. It's time to make an appointment. Now that's assuming that you like the numbers on the property information sheet. If it looks like it's a $200,000 house and they owe $246,000 and they say they'll sell for what they owe, you're not going to go get the deed, are you? No. On the other hand, thank you. If they'll sell for what they owe, the $246, now it's totally your decision whether you want to do a lease purchase or whether you go get the deed, correct? Yes. But if it's over leveraged, you wouldn't be making this call because there's another script coming up that says over leveraged. So let's take a look. Well, we have some here. One of your deals. You see it says right there, yes, they'll sell for what they owe. And they owe $120. Well, Lynette.
Yes.
It says they want $147. You talk to them, but it says yes, they'll sell for what they owe.
Yes, they will sell for what's owed.
So they didn't mean that $147.
That's correct.
Okay. How would you ever know that if somebody didn't ask them that question? You wouldn't, would you? So now we know they'll take $120. Don't we, Lynette?
Yes.
Okay, so that means we can take over the house if we want it with a $700 a month payment on it.
That's just PI.
P&I? Okay.
Yep.
But is that still a decent payment?
Yes.
I'm talking to them.
Oh.
It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,300 square foot house, and it needs no repairs. Now, and they're moving out of state. Okay, is this an easy deal? All right, all started because we got a yes on will you sell for what you owe. So we're going to go out to the house, and we're going to do one of two things. One of two things. We're going to either take it subject to, which means they just deed it to me and go away, or we're going to buy it with a wraparound device like a wraparound mortgage or a land contract or whatever. Now we could lease option it, but why? Why would I want to lease option it when they'll give it to me with $30,000 worth of equity in it already and a low monthly payment and a house in good condition? You tell me, you want to own it? Okay. Let's say you don't want to own it. Are you still better off getting a purchase and sale agreement? Because it is easier to sell a house than to lease option a house to a tenant buyer. Say yes. You are in a lot better condition by getting a contract to buy it than you are to lease option it, especially when the seller don't care. Now we got a free and clear house. And we got a legitimate one up here. that William Stetson turned up in Florida, free and clear. They're asking $315. William thinks it's worth $350, right, William? Right, William? Right? Okay. And it is a flexible and moving. They're not living in it. What's this, William? 690 square foot? Is that true? Huh? Oh, this is a 4-unit building? Well, that totally changes everything. Now you got to decide whether you even care, William. For the sake of what we're doing here, a 4-unit building is a totally different exit. It's a totally different ball of wax. If you buy a 4-unit building, you want to buy it with owner financing, but it says yes. It says yes. But now we got to get into the script to find out whether we want it. So I guess the script would be the same, except if you're buying a 4-unit, do you need more information like what are the rents and what's the vacancy and what's the condition and all that? Yep. But let's pretend this is the house. So it's 650 square feet per unit. Is that it? Correct. All right. All right. I want to pick on somebody. I usually look for people that are putting their head down trying to avoid me. There you go. All right. First name?
Bill.
Bill. All right, Bill. Oh, I should have left it up there on the board, shouldn't I? You don't need it. Okay, Bill. You got that thing in your hand? Talk to me, man. What's it say at the top? Script to call back a FSBO with a free and clear home with a yes on owner financing.
Hi,
All right,
Ron.
Bill. Yeah.
This is Bill Stetson calling about your house. You discussed with my assistant yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have a minute?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I've got all the facts here, and you've indicated you'd entertain taking monthly payments if we can agree upon a price and terms. Is that correct?
Yeah, I said that. All the way down to the bottom.
Okay.
All of the line down to the yes.
Yeah. Okay. What's the least you would accept on the price if we can agree upon terms?
Well, I had it. What did I have it at? What did I have it at? Well, I told your assistant that I'd take $315. Or is that $115? What is that? Well, $115.
Is that the best you can do?
Well, I don't know. Why don't you come out and make me an offer?
I can do that.
Okay.
May I assume that you'll sell with nothing down?
I'd consider it.
Okay. Well, it's best that as long as I know you're flexible, we take it right out and take a look at your property and see if we can work a deal.
So we're not going to talk about a monthly payment, huh?
Well,
So you're not going to follow the script, right, Bill?
it's a guy thing.
Huh?
It's a guy thing.
Okay.
What's the lowest monthly payment you could take?
Oh, I don't know. I think I'd probably have to have $500 or $600.
Okay. Well, it sounds like we got something we can work with.
Okay.
I got to go to the appointment script, right?
Yeah, if you like my answers.
I'll
All right. What if you don't like my answers, but I'm willing to owner finance? What did I just tell you to write in right there? See page 60.
I'll go to page 60.
See page 60.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Let's try it again, Bill.
All right.
Let's see if you can follow instructions this time.
Well, I didn't cross out the line you said to scratch out, so, all right. Hi, Ron. This is Bill calling about the house you discussed with my assistant yesterday. Do you have a minute?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I've got all the facts here, and you've indicated you'd entertain taking monthly payments if we can agree on a price and terms. Is that correct?
Yeah, I said that.
Okay. What's the least you could accept on the price if we can agree upon terms?
Well, I was only asking 115. I'd want that pretty close. Might come down a little.
Okay, is that the best you can do? All right.
Well, it said it might come down a little.
What do you want to do? 115. 115. Okay. What do you want to do? 115. 115. Okay. Is that the best you can do? All right. Is that the best you can do? All right. Is that the best you can do? All right. Is that the best you can do? All right. Is that the best you can do? All right. Is that the best you can do? All right. Is that the best you can do? All right. Is that the best you can do? All right. Is that the best you can do? All right. Is that the best you can do? All right. Is that the best you can do? All right. Is that the best you can do? All right. Is that the best you can do? All right. Is that the best you can do? All right. Is that the best you can do? All right. Is that the best you can do? All right. Is that the best you can do? All right. Is that the best you can do? All right. Is that the best you can do? All right. Is that the best you can do? All right. Is that the best you can do? All right. Is that the best you can do? All right. Is May I assume you'll sell with nothing down?
Oh, I think I'd want some down payment for sure.
Okay. Well, what's the least you could take down?
Oh, probably 5,000.
Okay. What's the lowest monthly payment you could take?
Oh, are we talking about with taxes and insurance or not?
Whatever you want. What's the least payment I can make to you?
Oh, well, if I'm going to pay for taxes and insurance, I'd probably need about 800.
Okay. Sounds fair. Let's. Can we set an appointment?
Now we go to the appointment script.
Now we go to the appointment script.
Okay. Okay, well, while you got it, Bill, let's just go to the appointment script.
Let's do it.
And you get the, the luxury of reading it.
Great.
That'd be on page 65.
Got it. Okay, but I have a couple more questions.
All right.
Are you the only owner of the house?
Well, my wife owns it with me.
Okay, I'll need all owners present when I come, and anyone else you need, they're involved in making the decisions. Okay?
Yeah, but I'd make the decisions. I wear the pants in my family.
Okay. Well, last question.
You gonna let me get away with that?
Yeah, well, I know how that works there.
Do we need all owners present?
Yes.
Because we need a decision and we can't get it without all owners.
Right.
Even if one thinks they're gonna make the decision, do we still need them present? Because we can't get a signature on a contract without them. All right. Are there gonna be some times, however, you're forced to go look with one because it's just not feasible to get the other one there, like they're out of town or they're divorced or whatever? Okay, you make your judgment call at that time. If it is a divorce thing, I always ask them, okay, I see you're getting a divorce, but is your wife cool with you selling the property? Because if the wife's fighting him, I'm wasting my time. And if they don't say, yeah, you know, we agreed to sell it, then I'm not going. All right? And your last question was?
If I come to your house and like what I see, and we agree on the details, are you ready to make a decision now and get some paperwork done while I'm there?
Well, yeah, I might want to let my attorney see it.
Okay,
Bill, your only answer is, well, that's not a problem. Let's see if we can agree first, and then I'll put it in writing, and then you can take it to your attorney.
got it.
That's all you can say, guys,
Right.
at this point. All right? I have another objection in here. If you're there and they want their attorney to see it, but right now, be very careful. When you're talking on the telephone, get ready to make the appointment, don't talk yourself right out of a deal. Don't try to negotiate too much when they know you haven't even seen the house yet. Just find out if they're flexible and what they have in mind, and go see the house. That's your only goal. And I'm going to tell you another thing. I'm going to tell you a couple of mistakes I see people make. And one of them is, be careful you don't get cocky. And I say that in your best interest. If you sound like you're cocky, it's not going to come across well on the other side. In other words, if you, I don't know, you figure out what that means. And don't get argumentative. You don't have anything to argue about. Haven't seen the house yet. The last thing you want to do is get argumentative. And don't push too hard. It's too early. You can't have, you don't want to try to have sex till there's a little foreplay. Ed. For those of you who remember what that is. Okay. Who will sell with no payments and no interest, and why? I put this in here in this section for good reason, because while you're talking to people and trying to qualify them, your choice of words will determine whether you get these no interest deals or not. In other words, if you're asking a seller what they'll take for a payment, and you say, well, how much interest do you want? Are you going to get a no interest deal? No. When you're saying, let's say you got a free and clear house, and they said they will take a monthly payment. Okay, what was your payment, Sherry? $600?
Yes.
Okay. Well, tell me, how'd you get no interest? I can't do it.
Oh.
I don't have a mic. What'd you say?
No, I do have 1.5% interest.
Oh, you're paying a
Small
point?
interest, yeah.
1.5%?
Yeah.
And how did that number come about?
Well, I said I assume this loan is with no interest.
You assume this loan is with no interest? Was that a dumb thing to say on your part? Huh?
Oh, okay.
Yes, it was, Sherry.
All right.
Because you said that, you're now paying 1.5% interest.
Yeah.
What
Yes,
you
I-
should have said was, okay, then I will pay you $600 a month until paid, okay?
Okay,
I will pay you $600 a month till paid, okay?
okay.
All right, what does that mean?
No interest.
No interest. No interest. Okay, when they come back later and say, what about interest? Then you say, interest? Why do you need interest? If I pay you interest, you got to pay taxes on it. Don't you pay enough taxes?
Yes.
What's more important, you get the house sold or getting interest? Huh? See how easy that is to overcome?
Yes.
I'm telling you guys, most people don't care about interest. They just don't. You think they do, so you go offering them interest. And you know what? They'll take it every time if you offer it to them. Usually, their need to sell and sometimes to get a monthly payment coming in or get a relieved of one is all they need. Your big mistake is talking too much. Isn't it true? What comes out of your mouth will determine what goes into your bank account. So Sherry just made a 1.5% interest mistake.
First
That she-
deal,
that she-
first deal.
Okay, that she won't make again, will she, Sherry?
Never.
That's the cost of training, Sherry.
Yes.
You want to know what my cost was? I can't measure it, it's so big. All the stupid stuff that I did trying to figure out the right stuff or stupid stuff not to do. Are you guys going to screw up?
A little bit.
I guarantee it. Are you going to lose deals? I guarantee it. Are you going to do dumb things? Yep, you sure are. So what? It's cost of training. In fact, I hope you get yourself a mentor that will eliminate the really big dumb things, but it still ain't going to stop the little dumb things. By the way, did she do a big dumb thing or a little dumb thing? A little dumb thing. All right, get over it.
I am over it.
I know. You'd just soon I'd not bring it up, right, Sherry? Huh? I get it. You're so happy to get the deal done, you don't much care about the interest, do you, Sherry? I get it. How do I know I can trust you? My answer very simple. Do you have any reason to believe you can't? That's my answer. Because if you really believe you can't trust me, you probably shouldn't sell to me, wouldn't you agree? By the way, learn to answer questions with questions. When you answer a question with a question, you put the onus on the other side to come up with the answer. Wouldn't you agree? Is that fair? Now, there's a big old long explanation there if you want to use it and try to memorize the points. You won't. Guys, here's the reality of it. If you get a seller that doesn't think he or she can trust you, you might want to take a good look at how you approach them because you probably gave them a reason not to trust you. And get to work fixing that. How do you dress? Do you look like you just came in from slopping the hogs? Huh? You look like you just got released from the detention center? Do you look like a mountain man? Do you look scary? Is there a reason they're not trusting you? Are the words coming out of your mouth leading them to believe they can't believe you? If that's true, work on that. Incidentally, can you put your cell phone in your pocket up here and put it on record when you walk into a house? Why not? Now when you come back out, you'll know, you quickly figure out what you did wrong. All right. Now on an axe deal, is the answers different if you're going to stay in it than they are if you're getting out of it? This is an exciting group. If I'm staying in it, then the onus is on me to convince them that I'm going to make their payment. Isn't that correct?
Right.
If I'm not staying in it and it's clear to the seller I'm not staying in it, then you ain't gonna never get that question. They're not gonna ask you, I know I can trust you, it ain't you they gotta trust, it's your buyer. Well, I'll let you approve them. If you don't like them, don't put them in the house. Is that fair? Simple answer. Well, I hope you enjoyed that lesson. The next one is actually not a video, it's an audio, because you're gonna hear me for the first time making live seller calls. That means you'll hear both sides of the conversation, and I know you'll pick up some good tips on that. Plus, you'll see just how quickly I get to the point and how I handle myself on the phone and how I am always in control of the conversation. I think you'll enjoy this next lesson, so stay tuned.